Bucs are once again double-digit favorites, minus 10.5 at Carolina. Any kind of wedding or party that Tom Brady might miss walkthrough for this week?
I don't know, Pete. I mean, you got any parties or anything going on that Tom Brady's going to come visit?
I can take Tom to a Fishtails if he wants to go. If he wants to miss walkthrough.
Get a little package going on a Friday night?
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, at this point, they're not going to have any problems with Carolina in this game. I mean, it seems like everyone's on the trade block. P.J. Walker starting a quarterback in. It's not an indictment on P.J. Walker, but they've had their issues offensively.
Darnold's coming off the list. So.
He is, but P.J. Walker's going to start for this one. So Darnold may be active for it, but that's at least what the reports are saying now. I'm more concerned with that front and the defense taking on that Tampa Bay Bucs offensive line that Tom Brady had to scold last week. We'll see what they look like this week, but I'll lay the 10.5 points. Carolina at this point, you already fired your head coach. Steve Wilkes kicking guys off the sidelines. Where do they look to go to vacation in Carolina? What's the spot they look to?
Oh, they go to Aruba. No, they go to Aruba.
Okay.
They go to Aruba.
So they're probably already making their plans for Aruba.
Oh, they're making their plans. In fact, I bumped into one of their PR guys in Aruba once. How about that? True story. True story. I walked off a pier after having a few, and there he was. And he said, "Hey, Pete, what are you doing down here?" And I go, "I come here all the time."
Was it October?
No, this was in. I can't go anywhere in October. I'm a prisoner of the football. You know that. Look, I think this is a bad spot for the Panthers. I think when you look at them, they're bad. Offensively, they're bad. Defensively, they're not. They're better, but they still have some issues there. And I think the whole Robbie Anderson thing isn't a good look for Steve Wilkes. Have to deal with that, and guys aren't. I think guys are checking out, which is never a good thing.
It's probably why he did that.
If I was an offensive lineman on the Bucs and Tom Brady was yelling at me like that, I would have said, "Hey, at least I was here on Saturday, chump." I mean, seriously, that's not the week to be yelling. You go fly away and you don't fly with your team. We killed a guy once in this program for not flying back from a game with his team. Remember that guy? I remember him. He used to coach in Jacksonville. You fly with your team. I don't like it. I didn't like what he did. It's almost like you're above everybody else. You're Tom Brady, and maybe you're the greatest player in the world, but you got to be part of the team. I'm sorry. 10 days off, and then it's different. So
I understand your point, and I think there's a part of me as a player too that it rubs the wrong way, and seeing that be the moment where he's going to get after those guys. But he also is Tom Brady, and Bill Parcells would say it as good as anyone else. You're not going to be able to coach every single guy the same way. There are some exceptions to that. I think the hard part is he didn't play overly well.
No.
You can't ask those guys to be accountable for their job if you're not playing well. And look, forget the Robert Kraft wedding. He's got a lot of other stuff going on right now that's been public too. So probably not the best look to be taking your frustration out on a young offense.
Bill Belichick didn't go to the wedding. That's all you need to know. He did not go.
Yeah, and meanwhile, he was beating the life out of the Cleveland Browns.
He didn't go.
So.
He didn't go. But I like the Bucs in the spot because I think the whole stuff will get pushed aside. Plus, they're playing the Panthers.
You mentioned the Wilkes thing, though. I think he has to do that in this position. When you're
I agreed with him.
No one's expecting you to be there. Maybe after the season, whether he's got a shot of it or not, you got to set a tone. And that's the thing is, if he's chewing out one of the other coaches, you can't allow there to be some sort of mutiny. So
I agree.
I think he had to do what he did.
Oh, I'm not faulting Steve Wilkes for doing what he did. Absolutely not.
Bucs struggling, but 10.5-point favorites there.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.